Welcome back. Also, you can Skype into the show, chat about it, callers on Skype if you want to. We are with J. Keith Van Straaten, who is, you're kind of a bi-coastal guy, aren't you? I mean, you are the authentic, real deal bi-coastal guy.
I go back and forth.
All the time.
Pretty often.
Yeah.
But I love New York, I'm not going to lie.
What's the difference between when you produce a show in L.A. versus a live stage show in L.A. and New York? For you, what are some of the key differences that you notice?
The key difference I notice is that people are much more enthusiastic about coming to see a live show in New York. It takes less convincing. People are much more open-minded. They're willing to go out. They're willing to spend more money. They're willing to go out later at night. So you don't have to kind of coddle them as much. They're willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
And why do you think that is in L.A.?
I think part of it has to do with just sort of how spread out everything is. There's not the...
It's got to be worth my time to make that effort.
Exactly. And I think people are just so used to seeing stuff on TV, and they figure anything that's live is, not as good as anything that's on TV.
Right. It hasn't been tempered by production.
So.
But that's not the case with your shows. Right now, the Fix Up Show is playing at the Triad in New York City every Tuesday night for the next 6 weeks.
And in addition to audience, we're also looking for single people. So if anyone listening is single or knows someone is single and wants to be fixed up on the show, we are looking. It's all we cast real people looking for real first dates.
Excellent. So they should email you at
thefixupshow@jkeith.net, or you can just go to our website at thefixupshow.com, and there's a form you can fill out right there.
Excellent. And Rashida_Goddess will send out the @_JKeith.
Nice. And I probably should mention also that we set up a special discount code just for your listeners.
Yeah.
If you go to smartkicks.com and look up the Fix Up Show, you put in code RGRW, which I believe stands for
Robert Galinsky's Reality Wanted.
Sure, that too.
You had a different one?
Nothing I can say on the air.
Okay.
The internet is a very pure
family listening. Family friendly.
You'll get a special discount for the show that is not available to anybody else.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. What can you tell us about the upcoming roster of celebrities that may be showing up?
Well, I wish I knew more, but I believe upcoming, I don't know the exact dates, but I know we've got Joe Franklin, the TV talk show legend, Michael Musto of The Village Voice.
Oh, that's a good one.
And several other people that will be announced soon.
Cool.
On the Fix Up Show.
Joe Franklin would probably be a great advisor simply because of the years of experience on this earth.
Exactly. And wouldn't you love to know that what Joe Franklin wants to know about your potential date?
Right.
And let's say they hit it off. Wouldn't it be great to say, how did you guys meet? Oh, Joe Franklin helped set us up on a live stage show.
Exactly. Now, I would be scared, though, to go on with Michael Musto because he's going to have an edge. I mean, he's going to make you work.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think if actually I'd be scared, but I think it would be very fruitful.
I hope so. And that's one of the things that we're kind of shooting for, is to have a different kind of experience for people. Because, again, Michael Musto was probably going to ask very different questions about a potential date for a single person than the single person's grandma or coworker.
Will you be venturing into the different sexual preferences? Are you going to have gay dating? Are you going to have...
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked. Yeah, by the time we finish our
I only asked because I'm interested.
Absolutely. I'm going to ignore that. We are going to set up, we're going to fix up old and young, gay and straight, all sorts of different people, different races, because there's a little message in there, which is that, we're all just looking for love.
Right.
Doesn't matter if you're gay or straight or old or young or whatever that guy is. It's just a matter of finding a good first date.
And where did the idea come to you?
Well, I've been doing this What's My Line panel show for a while, and I wanted to do something that had some of those elements of it, but something a little different that I would own.
Right. And so this is your idea.
Absolutely.
This is not an adaptation of somebody else's.
Correct.
And did you tweak it in workshops or anything like that, or did you just use your expertise over the years and work it out on paper?
I worked a lot of it out on paper, and then I have a friend of mine who I've produced some shows with, and we kind of talked it out. And then we had this preview show last night, which gave me a lot of good information that will help tweak some things.
What was something critical that you discovered last night?
It's good to see if the video display works before you start the show. That was a good lesson learned. And just there was a segment where we have some of the singles sort of try to dazzle the panel, and it ended up not being kind of what we wanted. So we're always tweaking. We want to make it a comfortable and fun experience for everybody. And so anything that goes against that, we want to change.
Right. And what about I had the question.
It's all right.
It's because I stopped doing those things I used to do in college that I can't think anymore.
Studying?
Studying, exactly. Yeah. I got to go back to studying.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good save.
Absolutely.
J. Keith Van Straaten on the save.
What do you used to study? Like a water device or a...
Yeah, a lot of, what is that? Ecology. Yeah.
Yes.
Ecological. Yeah. I was ahead of my time. The whole green thing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you're a serial show producer. Where do you want this show to go?
When will I strike again?
Exactly.
Well, for now, our focus is on making it the best live New York show that it can be. And then soon after that, we'd love to take it on the road. I think it's a very portable show that we could bring to different cities because people are looking to get fixed up all over the place. And then, as you mentioned earlier, to develop it for a possible TV production would be great as well.
And have you thought about working in any dating sites or have?
I'm glad you asked that. Yes, we actually have a site that's working with the show called HowAboutWe.com, which is a unique sort of dating site that's just started in New York. And so they're helping to spread the word about the show and also supply us with some of the single people.
How about we?
HowAboutWe.com. It's a site. It's really interesting. Unlike other dating sites, it starts with planning the date. So it doesn't start with selecting the person. So you propose a date, like, hey, how about we go to the Fix-Up show, or how about we sit on a blanket in the park and listen to Robert Galinsky's Reality Wanted, or
and
whatever
then
it is.
On my podcast on my iPhone.
Exactly. And then when people respond to that, then you sort of start the courtship.
Cool.
But it's a really interesting way of doing stuff, and they're just starting out a couple months ago in New York, but it's really taking off.
J. Keith Van Straaten, the producer and host of The Fix-Up Show, thefixupshow.com, every Tuesday at the Triad Theater. And you got, like 8 people on stage?
Yeah, we've got a lot of traffic to deal with. Yes, we've got. We got six civilians and 1 celebrity and me.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to work with.
And we have to book 7 people every week. So that's why I'm definitely looking for singles and people who.
I got a great single for you.
Yeah,
Josh Harris.
All right,
he'd be perfect because he's a freak. Well, I mean, he's my friend, so I call him a freak.
Okay, good.
No,
we're not trying to trick people. We don't want. We don't want someone to be out there and like, all right, meet your date for next week, and it's
Igor?
An actual freak.
No. He's an interesting guy. He's dying to get a date, so that's good. And my ulterior motive is I could be maybe one of his best friend advisors.
Which would be a lot of fun. We definitely love to have you on there.
Cool. What do you say? We got a couple minutes, so we want to finish it up here. But I would like to know if after this commercial, you'd like to stick around and be guest co-host for the rest of the show.
I can't see why not.
Excellent. How do you, or actually, have you seen other shows go from stage to television? And is there a model or an example of something that's out there that you can point to?
There definitely are. I haven't thought of anything in particular as a specific model for that, but there are definitely shows that I've seen. I know there's a celebrity autobiography show that's at the same space, The Triad, where I do my show, that's had some TV episodes because of their live show. There was I'm sure there's a million of them, but a lot of the shows that involve sketch comedy that you see nowadays started out as stage shows.
And do you have a clear-cut path for it, or are you just more, I'm a producer, this is something I love to do, I'm doing it, TV may come, TV may not come, or do you have some sort of strategy that you can share with us?
Just a bit of strategy, but right now we're in the phase of let's try to make the live show as good as it can be so that when we do bring people in, they have a very clear idea and don't have to use their imagination about what will the show be.
Right.
So
great.
Focus on that now.
Before we go to commercial, you are better at plugging your own show. So one more time, give us all the pertinent details.
The Fix-Up Show with J. Keith Van Straaten plays Tuesday nights at the Triad in New York City on the Upper West Side. You can go to thefixupshow.com for all the info. If you want to be on the show, you can find us there. And discount code for Galinsky listeners is RGRW at smarttix.com.
Awesome. J. Keith Van Straaten is with us. He will stick around. I want you to stick around. We're going to have the fitness expert from Bridal Boot Camp on VH1 with us next. Rashida_Goddess is manning the Twitter. Any happy action out there, Rashida, you want to report in on, or what have you been sending out there to the world?
I've been sending out the Fix-Up Show because it sounds really cool and fun.
Are you single?
No.
Dana?
I could pretend to be. No.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Are you single?
I'm very much single.
She's very much single.
We've got a new contestant.
All right. That's why you came here, to recruit. Stick around. Robert Galinsky's Reality Wanted will continue. Remember, if you need to find a great reality casting call, go to realitywanted.com. We'll be right back.